Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about NIO stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be talking about NIO, and today is actually going to be more of a price target for NIO. Where do I think NIO is going to be headed in the next year? Where do I think NIO is going to be headed in the next 5 years? Now, if you guys don't know what NIO does, NIO is basically an EV company that's based out of China, right? They basically produce luxury EV vehicles pretty similar to Tesla, and NIO has been getting a lot of heat recently, and it's been expanding really fast. As you guys know, the whole EV market in itself has been blowing up like crazy. I just think it's just due to the maturity that, people are now realizing the want of EV cars. Therefore, it's led to a quick and growth success story for NIO as a stock. I mean, guys, take a look at the 1-year chart here. This thing is up 2,319%. To think at the beginning of the year that this thing was trading at $2.62, it really does say a lot about the stock. And I've been saying this for time and time again. NIO is the biggest growth stock of 2020, and it also leads people to ask the question, is NIO Stock A Buy at $49.35? Do you think there's going to be a pullback, and what's your overall price target for NIO? Well, one, I do think that NIO stock is going to be a buy at $49.35. Obviously, everything I say in my videos is not investment advice. It's just my personal opinion, but the reason I say this is because NIO has just started to expand, and it's just started to grow. As you guys know, NIO was founded just 4 years ago and IPO 2 years ago. In that time, it's been able to expand this much. It's based out of China. It's already expanding to Europe. They're consistently beating their delivery estimates. They did very well on their earnings, and the company is growing more and more every single day. On top of all that, the company has a lot of bullish sentiment behind it, guys. There's a lot of big-time investors behind NIO, like ARK Invest and, Deutsche Bank and JP Morgan, who are always raising their analyst price targets for NIO stock. As you guys know, JP Morgan actually tripled its analyst upgrade for NIO from $14 to $40, which goes to show a lot about the bullish sentiment behind the stock itself. Deutsche Bank also did raise its analyst price target on it as well, which goes to show that, people who are consistently upgrading the stock in itself goes to show that they have a long-term bullish outlook, and so on top of all that, NIO's also dropping 2 new sedans, guys, to be able to compete with Tesla's Model 3. As you guys know, Tesla has just started to expand to China, so it's going to stiffen up the competition for NIO a little bit, but I'm not too worried because I do think that NIO in itself can prove itself, and it has been proving itself time and time again. Like I said, NIO has been consistently beating its delivery estimates, month after month after month. It's always beating what people expected to actually sell as far as cars goes, which goes to show that NIO's instant success is none to gawk at, guys. NIO has been earning this success from its investors just due to the fact that, a lot of people love NIO. A lot of people love NIO stock, and a lot of people, they want to buy NIO stock. They love NIO stock, but they're waiting for a pullback. They think that there's going to be a pullback coming. For me personally, guys, I honestly wouldn't wait for a pullback because, to be honest, you may not get a pullback. I don't see NIO stock actually pulling back anytime soon, and I'm not saying that NIO is not going to have its red days and stuff like that, but I don't see a major pullback from NIO stock. I mean, NIO just has so much going for it, great earnings. It's got better earnings, already expecting $960 million in revenue by the next quarter. They're dropping 2 new sedans. The company is now valued bigger than General Motors. It's always getting analyst upgrades, a lot of bullish sentiment, and a lot of analysts are also saying great things about NIO, basically saying it's going to be an iconic brand one day, that NIO is going to be a top EV company, and it's just good news after good news after good news, and Citron Research did drop a short seller report on NIO, saying the stock was going to $25, saying that the value could not be justified, and it didn't even affect the stock at all, because a lot of people know that NIO is here to stay, and that NIO is going to be a big and great company. So guys, I honestly wouldn't wait for a pullback. I still, like I said, $49 for a big EV company that's growing more and more every single day, to me still looks like a bargain. Yes, I know there's times where people could have got it cheaper, but on top of that, you guys have to take it, that this stock isn't sitting at $400 or $500, right? It's still $49.35. It's still a good price for basically the product and the service that NIO is going to be offering, and NIO is going to be around for a very long time. And NIO has just started to reach the pinnacle of its growth. As you guys know, the EV market just started to expand. The EV market just started to blow up. So imagine where NIO could be 5 to 10 years down the line. As far as price targets overall, I do see NIO being a $75 stock at the end of the year. But to be honest, by the end of next year, guys, I could see NIO being a $200 to $300 stock. And why do I say this? Like I said, NIO's already posting up pretty decent earnings. They're dropping a lot of new cars. They're always getting analyst upgrades. There's a lot of bullish sentiment behind the stock in itself, but they're also dropping a bigger and better battery, and they're also working on a self-driving chip. This goes to show that NIO's willing to innovate, and NIO's trying to innovate as fast as possible. It goes to show that the company is trying to grow really, really quickly. And it also goes to show that NIO is trying its very best to keep its brand name clean, to expand as fast as possible, and with its consistency that it's been putting up. And like I said, guys, if you guys take a look at the 1 year chart here, if at the beginning of the year, if I told you guys that this thing was going to go 2,319%, probably no one would have believed it. But NIO is a huge growth story, guys. And like I said, they also have NIO Day coming up at the beginning of the year, where it's basically going to show us, what NIO is going to be unveiling the next couple of years. What does the company have in store for us? Like I said, they're already projecting $960 million in revenue, which goes to show that the company is going to be growing a lot, guys. And like I said, the company every quarter, every month, it's going to be selling more and more cars. And imagine that this company was able to grow this much in the midst of a pandemic. It goes to show a lot about NIO's character, and it goes to show a lot about NIO as a company. Imagine how much faster and better NIO is going to be able to grow when we have a vaccine and there's not a pandemic roaming the earth. There's a lot of companies out there, guys, that are struggling, that are not doing well. Take a look at airlines, take a look at cruises, take a look at all these big time companies that are not doing well. But take a look at NIO. This company's been around for 4 years, and it's doing fantastic, and it's expanding like crazy, and it's making a name for itself, guys. Like I said, I would not be surprised if NIO was a $1 to $2 to even a $300 stock by the end of 2021 from the amount of growth that NIO has been experiencing. Imagine if NIO grew another 200% or 300%, it would already hit that price target, guys. You guys have to understand that, that's not out of reach. That the fact that this company was able to grow 2,400% in a single year alone goes to show a lot that NIO is trying to grow as fast as possible. And NIO is only going to be unveiling bigger, better cars, better batteries. It's going to start growing even quicker, guys. Imagine once NIO actually expands to the United States, it's going to have a lot more of a clientele, and it's going to have more of a basis for itself, guys. Like I said, I still do think that NIO is worth $150 to $200, and I do think that this price tag at $49.35 is severely undervalued for what NIO is going to be offering, guys. And you have to understand, NIO just started to grow. It hasn't even reached the pinnacle of its growth yet. The EV market is starting to grow more and more, and the EV market is starting to mature. As you guys know, there's more and more demand for that. So the fact that a lot of people are saying that, $150 or $200 as a price target for NIO is out of reach, but in reality, guys, it isn't. NIO has what it takes to get there, and I'm almost certain that NIO will probably get there by the end of next year, even by the end of this year, guys. I see NIO still being a $70 stock, and it goes to show that, NIO has come a very long way. Invest in NIO, guys. Don't wait for that pullback. You never know when the stock itself is just going to continue to climb. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of NIO stock. Do you think NIO stock is worth the investment at $49.35? Do you think NIO is going to experience a pullback? If you guys own NIO stock, how many shares do you guys own, and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.